You might be wondering where I am. Well, I just found a very calm galleria. I don't know how to say in English. I will probably include it later. I am in Esteban Echeverría, more precisely in Monte Grande, which is one of the main city of Esteban Echeverría. Today we're going to go around through some of the parts of the main city of Monte Grande and some of its surroundings, at least in one half of it. And yeah, I'm gonna do that today, so I hope you like it. Oh, no, I might be explaining that when I'm all alone without people around for me to talk. Yeah. Wait a second. Oh. Gotta keep it that way. We have done that lesson, so it's this. Bye. Now this. I turn it on. I think it's recording now. Yeah. Yeah, it's recording. Bye bye. Oof, I'm already not seeing much. Okay. Look how pretty with all of these plants. Huh? Isn't it pretty? I think these are called geranios. Geranios or malbones, I'm not sure. The whole place is beautiful, it's very quiet, and this is exactly why I came here. That way no one would look at me like if I was crazy, because let's face it, I do look crazy person talking to myself. Now I got this one, it's a Mexican plant. I got this one in my home, at my house. See how beautiful it is. Now last night was raining and it's a bit cloudy. Well, do remember it's the end of the winter, it's still not full on spring, so it's gonna be sometimes the good weather is going to come and go. Although, to be fully honest, I kinda actually prefer it this way, because that way the sun won't scorch your skin, you know? I'm quite allergic to the sun, so I tend to have reactions when the sun is too harsh. As you can see, it's a very beautiful place, but all of that wire you're going to see over there, it's because, well, the robberies, it's not safe. I mean, this is the sad thing about some places here in Latin America. They're very beautiful, but safety is not the best in the world, you know. That's exactly why I'm using this type of camera to walk around vlogging, because otherwise I would be dead in seconds. And that's why that fire extinguisher is also so high. That way it will be harder to steal. Dun, 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 dun. Let's find the Ark. Da, 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 da. Well, we already have the Nazis in here in this country, so first we're gonna walk away from the city because I just feel like not seeing people. I just don't want to see people. We're gonna go to a more quiet part. See? Look at this beautiful house, English style. This is very common around here. Look at this bad boy. Here, around here is where I took that photo. Yes, that pink photo. It was a sunrise, and I took it, and I have no filters for that photo. It's just really that pink, and I have it on my computer. I'm gonna show you later. This editing is gonna make everything make sense. Yeah, it was a beautiful photo of a sunrise. It looks like I had edited or something, but it's not. Many houses are English style around here because many people actually came from Scotland. Many of the original settlers were from Scotland, England, and they were from the railroads workers back then. So there are many old English style houses. Those are still standing, of course. Dun, dun, dun. These are rare, but I don't know, I haven't seen many of these around the country, or at least the places I have been. And even if there are there, nobody takes them because, well, safety issues. But I'm adventurous today. Look at this plant. It blooms at the end of the winter. It's beautiful. Carmine amarillo, we call it. It doesn't smell like jasmine, but we call it like that. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to Google what the heck is that in English. Beautiful. There's another pathway through there, and the police is here because God knows. Oh, there it is. I always lose it. By the way, can we appreciate nature? It's freaking beautiful. What happened to that house? I hope there is no copyright for that. Over here in spring, you know, it gets very beautiful with all the flowers. These flowers, you can't smell them, duh. But they're very sweet. They're very sweet. I don't even know how it's called in Spanish, that plant, so I can't find it in English, sadly. This is Instituto 35. Or at least the back entrance. Here's where teachers come in. There's a beautiful garden inside, or at least it used to be. It's been closed down now 2 years since the pandemic started, so I can't imagine how possibly it is. How does it look like now? So yeah, I used to study here to become an English teacher. That's how I met my friend Rebecca. That is un palo borracho. I think you call it silk tree. I cannot even express you how many feelings and memories I got here. I only studied for a year here, at least physically. So many stories. They're doing renovations. Oh, what is it with these letters? Why is everything... Why? Oh, it's capital. It's like there are no... And there are no accents. Mueller will be pissed. Professor Mueller would be really pissed. Amazing professor, Professor Mueller. She was a professor here of Bell here, and she would always, she found any lack of accents or grammar errors in Spanish, she will take points out of your test. And I think, and I agree with that. I have seen a lot of teachers who don't even know how to write in Spanish, both of any career, and it's kind of shameful. LSA es lenguaje de señas argentino. No, seña, no es lenguaje, sorry, it's not language, it's it's not language. Lengua, pardon, lengua. Because it's not a formal language and it has variations, so it's lengua. There's a difference. Here's a gauge for the bicycles, or at least it used to be. Look at that. Used to be, sorry, let's hope no one gages me in. The thing is, this used to be vital for a very simple reason. A lot of people come, as you can tell, not many people of us among us have cars. So what happens is, people would have bicycles to come with bicycles from very long distances, and they would get stolen. They get stolen all the time. So that cage, for 100 pesos a year, which is $50, but it's a lot. For me, it's a lot. They will give you a copy of the lock, and that way you would be able to store your bicycle in a safer manner. Actually, a friend of mine, a former colleague, she was stolen her bicycle from around here. So yeah, this kind of hoops you see around everywhere, it's for bicycles basically, and she lost hers forever. This actually takes to the underground portion of the structure. Underground structures are not very common in this country, at least not in this area, so it's kind of an unusual thing to see. If you look at this school, actually looks school, I know it's a higher education system, I know, but the structure, if you look at it, and if you were an Argentinian, you would say, oh, it looks like a high school. It really does. Or like in elementary school, it's really like it. And in fact, one of the things actually surprised me from around here is that the way it was organized, it looked really, really familiar to high school, to elementary school, which is kind of a dreadful thing, because I hated high school. I God honestly hated it. So it was like going back to hell a little bit. No offense to anyone I know from there, but it was, those of you who know me, who have actually been there for me on that time, it was hell. It was hell for me. And it had its good sides and its downsides. One of its good sides, the people I met. Another downside, some people I met, and some attitudes. It's like, this is a moment of closure for me. I did told you this channel was a little bit of therapy to me, so this is a closing moment, which is a good thing to have a way to close some old wounds down. I never got the moment in which I would say, well, I'm gone, and I'm gone. I'm not coming back. And it's just, I never had that moment with the virtual situation. I just erase a bunch of WhatsApp numbers, and that's it. But the thing is, you kind of need that closure sometimes, that physical closure, to mentally close a chapter. I know it sounds strange. I know it does, and I think that's one of the things that the pandemic has taken away from us, that physicality of some points of our closure. And yeah. So yeah, this trip, I know it sounds silly because I'm doing it more for the showing you the city around and all of those things. This is a route I used to walk every day with Rebecca, or alone, I don't know. I used to walk every day, and it's just it's a good closure. It's a closure I needed, just to say goodbye. No harsh feelings, no remorse. I learned a lot, both good and bad things. And yeah, goodbye. You can't imagine how good is this. You know, you should all find, all of those of you who might be watching, and you might be saying, well, I got some things I didn't give a proper closure to. I don't know. A family member, a job. Try to find some closure, alright? Just grab a flower, go to a specific place, random place, grab a stone. Here in Argentina, with the sheer amount of dead people we had, and they couldn't say goodbye to, people have been grabbing stones, writing the names. It's a Jewish tradition, but anyways, they've been writing the names and putting it on the plaza, been grabbing stones, and they write the name, because many of them didn't even got a burial site, no nothing. You don't even know if you were given truly the ashes of your loved one, and it was all very sudden. They couldn't even say goodbye in many cases. When I mean goodbye, not even digitally speaking, they just were informed later. Yeah, I drop you in the hospital, call me when you can, and they suddenly, it's dead. So many people have been doing this. They have been going to the Plaza de Mayo, which is a very iconic plaza of Buenos Aires. They've been going with a stone. They wrote the name and the date of death and birth of the individual, and they just left it over there to memorial. It's been tragic. and the government got a huge backlash when they grabbed the stones, they stole them, and they removed them out of the way to hide away those stones. And now I think people have took another batch of stones with the same intention, but it's a very needed closure that people need sometimes, to have physical closure. And I can completely understand that. It's not just about mismanagement of the government. It's also mismanagement of the funeral we have to do about people, our friends, their jobs. So sometimes if you need to do a closure, I would suggest to you to do something symbolic that will help you heal, to find some closure, and just technically bury the whole business. People say, I don't like funerals. I have had so many relatives, long before all of this, you know, before all of this madness. I had so many relatives I couldn't bury because they were missing, because family circumstances, you know, and not being able to give a proper funeral to some things. It's a very damaging thing, because you never do the closure. They just go missing. And it's very sad. And if you have the possibility of finding an alternative to bury what you no longer have, to do the grieving period, I will suggest you to do it. It is most recommendable thing to do. We have to find the beauty in these small things, you know. These are not the times to get all gloom and doom and just say, you know what, there is no hope. Yes, there is always hope. Don't get all gloom and doom, okay? There's always something good. Trust me. I've seen bad. And it can always get better. No matter what. Let's look at the plants. Yes. I can't believe it. Estrella Navidad? Yes! Estrella Navidad! This is Christmas star. At least here, I think this is Christmas star. I have never seen it this massive. I think it. Look at that. I love the architecture of churches. I should mention that. More often than not, you're gonna see that churches have roses. Because roses are a symbol of Mary. Buenas. Churches are closed right now, except for the things they do for the community, because of the, you know, you know, watch. So most of the churches right now are closed, so you can't see inside right now. But God, it's beautiful, this place. Even from the outside, it's beautiful. Solo estoy mirando. Gracias. I mean, with that, I was trying to say I was not stealing anything or destroying the church. That tends to happen, though. It's a very sad thing, but it does happen. You can see the vitro in the back. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? That's a tombstone. That's a freaking tombstone. Oh, that kind of makes sense here. Amazing. Thank God. Well, I hope you have enjoyed that, and without further ado, I'm so sorry it got caught off. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.